Hello, and welcome back to your marketing podcast. I'm so excited to have you here. If you tuned into the first episode, thank you so much. You know that this is a new venture for me. I've wanted to do it for a long time, and now I'm just finally sitting down and doing it, working it into my schedule. But yeah, I'm excited today. I really just want to focus on how to attract new leads into your funnel, how to attract your ideal target audience and bring them into your funnel so that you have the opportunity to nurture them, to build trust, to build community with them, and then to eventually convert them to loyal clients or customers. This is a step that it's not as overlooked as the engagement phase, or as like taking the time to warm up an audience, but it is often overlooked. A lot of times when a new client or a new community member comes to me and they say, I'm really struggling with, like, I just want to convert, I just want to make sales, like I'm not making sales. I hardly have anyone in my membership, I hardly have anyone in my offering, blah, blah, blah. And the first thing I ask them is, what is your opt-in? How are you growing your list? How big is your email list? Is your email list filled with people that fit your ideal client audience? And this is a lot of the times a place where people are like, I link to my newsletter on my website, or there's a link to join my newsletter, like in my bio. But that's pretty much it. So this is the most important thing you can do when you're either when you're starting your business or if you're having a really hard time building out your funnel and your marketing aspects right now. And if you're wanting to take the time to build out a funnel, something that I always suggest is to create some sort of opt-in free resource right away. Get that set up, get the landing page and like the opt-in page set up so people can sign up. Get like a nurture sequence set up right away. And then, I'm recording, silly goose. Get a nurture sequence set up right away so when they opt in, they'll get a few emails and then they can be dropped into your nurture engagement sequence list. But get that set up right away and start collecting contacts right away so that that's going on in the background and you're building up that audience of people that fit your ideal client audience while you're working on the other parts of your funnel, while you're working on creating your online event or community, while you're working on perfecting your offering. Because then once you have your funnel set up, you're going to have an audience sitting there ready to work with you more, or to learn from you more, whether that be in your online community, in an online event like a masterclass or a challenge. And there's just going to be a larger built-in audience ready to market these offerings to, rather than if you wait to build out your entire funnel before you press play on anything, then it's just going to maybe slow down your process a little bit more. So I always suggest doing that. And something that you need to have in place before you even start to build your free resource is you need to know exactly who your ideal client audience is, and not just who they are, but what their desires and aspirations are, maybe what they're struggling with right now, and how your online event, how you're offering, how you can specifically help them attain their desired outcome and attain their dream life. People are no longer really interested in knowing this product, you'll get XYZ. I'll send you, this guide, blah, blah, blah. By the end of it, you'll know how to do ABC. People aren't interested in that. When people invest in you, their time, their resources, their energy, they want to know that you are going to play a role in helping them attain whatever their desired life is, desired outcome, desired results are. So you need to, when you're thinking about your ideal client audience, you really need to know what those struggles are, what that desired life is, desired outcome, and how you play a role in it. Because when people are investing in coaches, they want to know that this person is going to play a vital role in helping them shape their life and reach their desired outcome. So once you spend some time understanding those things, then you can start to think, okay, so my client is struggling, like for example, let's say I am a meditation coach and my ideal client is like on the outside is someone who is maybe an entrepreneur or a CEO, a business owner, and they're kind of like a solopreneur. So they do a lot of the work themselves. They wear many hats. They are working long hours, long days, etc. And so they're starting to develop really high stress, chronic stress. They're not sleeping well. They're being very reactive to situations and not proactive. They're very easily triggered. Their relationships are strained. They're feeling isolated. All of these things that come along with being a solopreneur and having so many responsibilities on your lap. So I'm a meditation coach specifically for these people. So just right now, I just listed a bunch of pain points they might be experiencing. So I know their pain points. I know who they are. And also I need to know what is their desired outcome. Maybe it's to be able to, and start the workday with a clear mindset so that I'm not so reactive when issues arise. Maybe it's to get better sleep so that I can have more energy in the day to do all these things I want. Maybe it's to have more work-life balance so I can focus on nourishing my friendships and my family relationships or my romantic relationships. So those are all desired outcomes, and I know that as a meditation coach specifically for these people, I can help them achieve that. So you need to understand those things before you start making your freebie offer. So if I know those things about my ideal client, then I can start to brainstorm, okay, how can I create a free offering, an opt-in offering that will directly appeal to these struggles and these desires, that is value packed without giving away everything, because my work is valuable. So the highest value things, like I deserve to be paid for those things, but how can I give them a valuable taste of what I do? So that is what your free resource should be. So for a meditation coach, perhaps that would be a free 10-minute guided meditation to like a morning guided meditation to help set you up for a positive, clear-minded day for work. Okay. And they can opt in, they'll receive the file, and then they're entered into their nurture sequence. So with that freebie, you're giving them a taste of how you work and who you are, and specifically like what you do, which is meditation. It's value packed. So a 10-minute meditation, it's actually, if you sit and have to talk for 10 minutes about, helping manage your stress, getting clear-minded, having a positive day, that's a lot of information in a 10-minute meditation, a lot of value there. But also it's something that they can use often, and they can use it every day. It works within their day. So it's not going to be like you're giving them this huge to do and they can't attain it. Like they're never going to complete it. So something that they can complete fairly quickly, but are also getting a lot of value for, and they're getting to know you better. That's going to be your free opt-in. And again, when they sign up for it, I would suggest, so they input their information, and then I would suggest sending it in an email, because then they're expecting an email from you. They're going to open that email from you, and they're going to engage with it. And this is important because you want to build a good inbox reputation with them, so that they're, expecting to, engage with your email in some way. So then their inbox instantly recognizes that your email address and emails from you are important and they're not going to go to spam right away. And also, like, in that first email, let them know a little bit more about you, or where they can follow you, where they can read up more about you. If you have another resource like a blog to send them, maybe you do a weekly Instagram live you want to tell them about, or just, giving them a link to your website. And then also just let them know that they can expect over the next, week or so to get some more information about you, about your past and how you got here, about why you love what you do so much, about, the kind of people you help. Maybe you have a customer testimonial or a personal story. That's going to be your welcome sequence for these new audience members, and it really helps warm them up and get to know you more, rather than just dropping your free resource and then they don't hear from you again until you want to sell something, or until the next month when you send your newsletter. You don't want to disappear right after you opt them into your email address. And where you can promote this free resource is if you already have social platforms and a community there. I'm going to guess that not everyone that's following you is on your email list. And the email list is really important because emails actually get a higher engagement rate and a higher click-through rate than social media, organic social media. So just posting without any paid advertising. So definitely promote it there often. Just depending on your posting frequency, you need to promote it at least once a week. But if you're someone that posts all the time, you can post it, every few days. So definitely promote it there. Promote it in any other content marketing you're doing. So if you write blogs, you can link to it. You can have it as a pop-up on your website. That's always a great way to capture leads that way. If you do YouTube or anything like that, you can, link to it in your caption there. And then if you do have a paid advertising budget, these ads can actually be very cheap. So just a lead collection, it can be very cheap, or even if you don't want to do the pixel, you don't know how to do the pixel, even a landing page view, can be very cheap ads. If you even put like $300 in for a month, you can expect to see 100 to 150 leads come in, and you can be super hyper targeted with who your audience is. So that can be a great place to do it too. But I would definitely create that free opt-in, make sure it's value packed, make sure it speaks directly to your ideal clients' struggles, to their desired outcome, their dream life, and make sure it shows who you are. Get them into a welcome sequence, but then you can start to grow that audience while you're building out your other funnel assets, and just make sure that you're growing an audience that's ready to market to and to push through to your funnel when you're ready for that. So that was my episode today. Like I've told you guys, I only want these episodes to be 10 to 15 minutes long so that they're digestible. Right now I'm doing weekly. I may do bi-weekly for a specific special group in the future. But yeah, let me know how this was helpful for you. If it was, if you have questions, if you have additional topics you'd like me to cover, go ahead and put those in the captions. This will be live tomorrow on podcast streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. And yeah, I will see you next week for our next topic.